Welcome to part 2 of this crazy experiment. If you missed part 1, there's a link down in the description. Just to recap, did you know that according to some sources,
my name is Pauly.
Askjeffwilliams.
You can actually find gold in bags of Lowe's and Home Depot play sand?
And this is what we found. A lot more gold than I thought there would be.
This is Home Depot gold.
So, I'm on a mission.
I'm gonna step things up a notch. Go to my local gravel pit and buy 2 yards of concrete sand.
I'm making an underground cellar with these bricks over there, and I need sand for mortar to build it. But I don't want to just buy sand. I want to test the sand, see if I can find gold in it. See if I can find enough gold in the sand that I buy from the concrete company to pay for the sand.
This is what 2 yards of sand looks like. And yes, it's a lot of sand. Then it was time to get the total price and find out how much gold I needed to find to pay for the sand.
So in order to pay for this load, I need to find a little over half a gram of gold in 2 yards, a little over 2 yards of sand. This might actually be doable. Let's go process this sand.
Then I met up with a friend who was going to let me use his gold processing equipment. Unfortunately, Daryl had recently relocated his processing equipment. But I caught him on a day when he was going out to explore some old gold mines, and he invited me along.
Hey, Eric. It was nice knowing you.
Yeah. We had a super fun day exploring some old gold mines, and we got some samples from some really promising quartz veins that we're going to process later.
So unfortunately, Daryl is going to be busy. I'm going to have to find a different way to process this sand. Tomorrow I'm going to try to rig that all up and get it all run through. Hello, it's a new day and I have an idea. This is my backpacking sluice, piece of sluice that a friend gave me, some scrap wood. I'm gonna make a table that's exactly 6 degrees. Get this set up so that I can run all the sand through it.
"11 inches.
Filling up the tractor bucket with water. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the quickest and dirtiest recirculating sluice you've ever seen. That is a repurposed in-ground pool pump. I've got the intake going into the tractor bucket. The tractor bucket's gonna be my water tank. Pump puts the water up into the top sluice. I shovel the sand into here, goes down the sluice, collects all the gold. The sand drops off into the tractor bucket, so I don't have to shovel it again. Once the tractor bucket's full, I just move it to where I'm going to use my sand and do it again until the sand is gone. Now all I have to do is shovel 2 yards of sand down into this box. That'll be easy. Of course, I don't even know if this thing works yet. I gotta test it out first. Okay, turning the pump on. Oh! There we go. It's alive! It's working! By the way, I did level this sluice box back to 6 degrees, which is supposedly the ideal slant for a sluice box. And it looks to me like this is just about the ideal flow too. This pump is perfect for this. Oh my goodness. I'm only like 20 shovels in. I'm gonna be really tired by the time this is done. Woo!
Washed up in your tidal wave of colors I have never seen in a peculiar way.
I'm hoping the sand will stay more towards this end and not go too much down there, because I don't want to send too much sand through the pump.
You're moving very slowly, don't fade away. No, don't fade away.
Okay, got my first bucket done. I had to shut it down because it started sucking sand. I was trying to keep the sand over to that side more, but he was just kind of sliding down this way. So, looks like I can get maybe a little over a quarter of a bucket. So this is what I've done so far. Made a pretty good dent in it. It's probably gonna take me, I don't know, 6 bucket loads. And this is what the sluice looks like. I can't see anything because of the dirt. It's really dirty water. It's all kind of sitting on top of the areas where the gold would be. I raised up the front just slightly to make sure I'm not losing any gold. Round 2.
Who stole our time? Trying to catch a grip now, and the ground's so wet. Trying not to sit down or lose my head. Don't fade away. No.
I went ahead and stopped it because this thing started sagging in the middle. So I went and got a support board to put in the middle, and you can see the top was doing fine. Then once it got here, because it was sagging, this side was shallower than it should have been, and the material was just building up here, so it was probably not collecting material down here because it was just going over the top of it. So I've got a support board in there. Hopefully it'll work better. And I've also decided that after each round I'm going to clean this thing out with a bucket and collect it in a bigger bucket so that I can collect the heavies and get it out of the riffles and things, ready it for the next round, because otherwise I think the riffles, this isn't a very big sluice box. I mean, it's long, but it's not very big, and I think the riffles will fill up and the heavies will just kind of go over full riffles. So I'm going to go ahead and empty them as I go, and at the end I'll probably have a bucket of heavies. Round 2 complete. The pump started pumping a little slower, so I may have gotten some caught in there, or maybe getting bogged with sand. I don't know. I'm going to back flush it and see if I can get it working better. But I'm making a dent on the sand. I'm not halfway done yet, but I'm getting there. Here we go, round 3. Cons are in the bucket. Ready for more. Round 3 complete. Sun is starting to get lower, but so is the sand. I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I think I'm a little over halfway. So I should be able to get this sluiced by the end of the day, but I'll have to process the heavies another day. I've got a decent amount in there already, and I'm gonna get the heavies out of this and start in on the next round. Round 4 complete. I added some more bars here because I steepened the angle a little bit more so I could run stuff faster, because I want to get this done before sundown. And it's catching a lot more cons, so I think that was a good idea. And as you can see, I'm getting to the bottom of the trailer. I've probably got maybe 2 rounds left, 1.5, then I'll be done. And I am totally filthy. I got junk all over me. This turned out to be a lot harder job than I thought it was going to be. I hope it's worth it. Man, I'm tired. This has got to be more than 2 yards of sand. This is a lot. Round 5 complete, and I am tired. But the trailer is almost empty. One more round and I should be done. Yay! Last scoop. There's 10 pounds of gold right there. Yes! I am finally done with this insane load of sand. Round 60,000 is complete, and the trailer is empty. And I am gonna have to get to this another day, because I am cold and hungry and tired. Plus I need a shower. And I only wasted this much sand. Not too bad. Today is the day I'm going to process the heavies from that load of sand. Here is the heavies bucket. Look at all that black sand. That is a heavy bucket right there. That's about a third full of heavy material. And I'm going to clean out this sluice that I filled. And the other thing is, it's springtime. So you know what that means. Real soon I'm going to get back out to my claim to find some gold. There is a little piece of gold in the mat. There's definitely gold in here. There's another little piece. So I'm gonna wash these carpet pieces out real good. There's gold in here. It is finally time to start panning out the heavies. I've got my gold pan, I've got my snuffer bottle, I've got a tub of water to pan in, I've got a bucket to sit on, and I've got my bucket of heavies that I worked extremely hard to get. I hope there's some gold in here. All right, first pan of heavies. Here we go. Boy, that stuff is heavy. This stuff is so heavy when you put it in the pan, it just kind of sits and sticks like cement. It all settles down really tight. I have a feeling this is going to take a while to pan out because of how heavy this stuff is. Anybody who's watching, who's done gold panning before, knows that the heavies take a long time to pan out because there's so much heavy stuff. You got to be careful not to dump your gold.
I'm finally down to the last bit of heavies on the first pan. This is going to tell me if I just wasted a whole bunch of time and effort or if there's actually gold in here. There's still quite a bit of material in there. I would have panned it down further, but I want to make sure that I'm not losing some really fine gold. There's quite a bit of... Oh, I see my first piece of gold right there. Right there. Let's see what else is in here. That is a great sign. I see some pyrite pieces. Oh, there's some more gold. Right there. Oh, that's a nice piece. I did not expect to find anything that big. Look at that. That's a nice chunk right there. This is a great sign. Oh yeah, there's tons of finds. I don't know what that other piece of metal is. Really heavy, whatever it is. All right, look at that gold. That is a nice little chunk right there. Look at all the fine pieces of gold in there. That's what happens when you crush rock. Little bitty pieces of gold. The sand is all from crushed rock. And here is the gold that has come out. Some of this I can see is crushed gold and some is placer gold. That is an awesome start. That is the first pan and there's a lot of gold in here. To give you an idea of the size of that, I'm going to put my finger to it. That's a pretty good sized piece of gold right there. I have high hopes that there's going to be enough gold in here to pay for this load of sand. And it's time for our next pan of heavies. Okay, down to the heavies in the second pan. Let's see what we got. Yes, look at all that gold. Tons of fine stuff again. All right, let me finish washing it off. Yes. Look at that. That might actually be even a little bit more than the first pan. There's another good chunk. It's not quite as big as the one I found in the first pan, but that's a decent chunk of gold right there. And some more bigger size flakes. And tons of little fine stuff. Don't know if you can see that on the camera or not. It's kind of hard to get the glare off of it here. Lots of little specks of gold in there. I don't know how much it's worth to spend time to get all those little specks, but I think I'm gonna pan a little bit faster so that I can get to the bottom of this. It's kind of getting dark and cold out here, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up and snuffer it up. Second pan of gold going in the snuffer bottle. I put on another jacket layer to stay warm, and I also got a classifier so that I can classify out the bigger gravels. So hopefully this will go a lot faster now. Time for pan 3. Yes, this is going to go a lot faster now. This is all the material that classified out of there, and this saves a lot of time and effort taking this stuff out. And yes,
I did check this for gold, and I didn't see any gold in it. So I can safely toss this aside now. Down to the bottom of pan 3. See what we got here. That did go quite a bit faster because I had a lot less chunks to deal with. Still took a while though, because there's a lot of heavies in there. Oh boy. There's some gold already. Oh yeah. Yeah, look at all that gold. Wow, there's a lot of little stuff in here. I don't see any big chunks, but there's a lot of smaller stuff in that pan. Oh wow, it keeps... Awesome! Look at that! Yes! That is pan 3! Woohoo! I think we might get enough to pay for this load. Alright, I'm going to snuffer this up, and the sun is going down, so I'm going to try to hurry this up and finish this. Pan 3 gold going in the snuffer. That is quite a bit of gold, actually. Alright, time for pan number 4. I'm going to speed things up a little bit so that I can get this done today. It's pan number 4. Feels like pan number 10. Processing through all these heavies. Takes forever. This one went a lot faster though. But it is getting dark out here and it's hard to see. Well, there's not nearly as much as the last pan, the first 3 pans. There is some gold in there, but you know what? I'm gonna have to slow down. It kills me, but I'm gonna have to do this another day. I'm gonna have to finish this another day. Well, this is really frustrating and the suspense is killing me, but I'm gonna have to wait for another day to finish this up because it is getting dark and I was trying to hurry and I think I lost some gold on that last pan and I really want to know how much gold was in that sand. So I don't want to lose any. So I'm just going to have to wait. But lucky for you, I'll see you in a couple seconds. Good morning, it is a new day. It's been a whole week since I processed a few pans out of that heavies bucket and I am in absolute suspense. It's been raining and cold and I've been working so I haven't been able to get to it. But I'm kind of glad that things worked out the way they did because Daryl called this morning and said, "Hey Eric, I'm available today if you want to run that sand." I told him, bummer, I'm already done running the sand and all I have left is heavies. And he said, well, that's perfect, bring it over and we'll run it on the shaker table. That's what it was designed for, is to separate heavies from heavies to find even the finest pieces of gold. So I cannot wait to see what's in the bottom of this bucket. I'm heading over there now and we're gonna see what's in there. All right, I'm at Daryl's house and this...
Hi, Eric.
Hey Daryl, here is his shaker table.
Yeah.
So this will get the fine gold out of the bucket of heavies?
Yeah, and with everything, yeah. I mean, you get it down to the right size. It's high frequency.
Uh-huh.
It's just like the old Wolfley tables. And we got one up at the mine. I mean, they can be 10, 12 feet long and so many feet wide. And it's laying a little bit like this one and a little bit that way.
Uh-huh.
1.5, 2 degrees. But it went like this, about like this speed.
Okay.
And this is...
It's
and
a lot
still
faster.
Are very, very good. Somebody come up with this, but this is, you'll see it's real high.
Can you describe how this works?
The gold usually comes out of this vat, but we're just going to spoon it on today. But the movement of the table makes gold climb up.
Kind of like when you tap on a pan.
Exactly.
It makes the gold rise to the top.
Yeah. So it runs over, and then the bigger, heavier stuff goes into here, into that bucket, and then some of it gets missed, goes into here, into this bucket.
Okay. And then the light stuff falls off the edge here.
Right, into here.
Oh, the lighter.
And then this, you'll see when it's running, all the stuff we don't want forget the technical name for that, but it
Falls into this front
here,
channel, okay.
Goes all the way around, ends up in that bucket.
Okay,
But
gotcha.
This is our money slots here.
Awesome.
And then once I fire it up,
So the gold is going to collect in these 3 slots right here. The
yes.
heaviest, and then the
Yes.
lighter and the lightest.
Yes.
All right, can't wait. So Daryl's also got a jaw crusher here. He has a mine on the hills around here, and they dig out ore, and here's some ore that he ran through this crusher, crushes it to about there, and then he's got a ball mill over here that turns and crushes it into powder, and then he runs the powder down the hopper here onto his shaker table and gets all the gold out of the ore that they mine. Here's a bucket of heavies. We're gonna run the rest of this. We got about that much left in the bucket, and the gold is usually on the bottom, so I think I'm gonna find more than what I already found in the pan. Hopeful anyway. All right, we're firing this baby up.
Yeah. Okay, so I am pulling back, and then see what we got to do now. Turn it on.
And Daryl said he already cleaned off this table really good several times, so any gold we find is going to be from this bucket.
And then we want all this drop off right about here now.
So he's increasing the water flow to adjust where the sand drops off. So the sand only drops in the front, and the heavy stuff drops off the side.
And it's going to be different with your stuff because you don't have fire.
This stuff in the bucket is so heavy, it's like concrete, and it's solid.
Hey, but you hold this. I have to adjust water. You can see how this stuff is coming this way.
Yeah.
Okay, that is black sand. And the gold, you will see. Oh, look right here.
Oh, we got something already. We got something already. Not even. Look at that piece of gold floating
nice
up to
one.
the edge.
Let's see how it does. No,
Yeah.
I've got to turn this down a little bit.
It just
see
looks
how
like-
I turn it down and it shoots straight up.
It just looks like it's surfing the table.
Yeah, these holes fill up a lot of times. There's a piece
Wow.
of gold right here. See it rattling along?
So we got 2 pieces of gold already. Oh, there's one right here too. Oh my goodness, there's gonna be tons
One in
of
the
gold in
hole.
here. All right, I'll put more on here.
No, it's a fun thing to do.
Oh, there's another piece of gold walking across. Look at that. I see some small stuff walking across the top.
Yeah, there's another. Look at it right there. There's 2 pieces, 3. There's one there.
Yeah. Man, this is loaded.
There, just putting it.
Look at that. We got more coming right here in the front. I knew there was gold in here because of the pans I got. But this is awesome. And we're not even to the bottom yet where they usually fall to in the bucket.
That's right. Look at that. What is that?
I don't know.
There is silver up your way. Up
wonder-
that way. There's a couple of silver mines.
I wonder if we're going to find metal from their processing equipment.
Oh, it's possible. And you can see them. Watch this. See all that gold?
Oh, yeah.
Watch. Wow,
walking across.
This stuff has gold in it. Woohoo! I'm gonna go buy some. Wow. I mean, you can see it. Piling up there, there. There goes a piece.
I probably spent close to 8 hours processing all this sand through a sluice.
There's a nice one. There's a nice one.
Even if he does run it, he probably
Look
misses
at here.
some.
Look at there. I don't believe it. Wow.
All right, Daryl added some jet dry so that the gold doesn't float up. Make sure it sinks to the bottom of these buckets here, because there's definitely gold in here and we don't want to lose any. We are finding gold in every single scoop, so I'm gonna put my camera on it and get video of the gold coming out. Okay, here's another scoop. This shaker table, the gold just pops out the top there and walks across. There's a little chunk. See it walking across the table. Gold is kind of collecting in these rivets here. And there's another piece walking across. Daryl's got the tweezers at the ready to pick out the chunks.
Almost got it.
It's like fishing. We're fishing for gold. There's a little chunk moving along. Oh, there's another one coming. Little pieces everywhere going across the table. There's one that just came out of the chunk. Going across. Look at it. It looks like it's just floating.
Oh, look at that.
Chunk.
That's the one I'm looking for. I wanted to grab it. Oh, this damn thing. I want to grab it and get over there. Get over
It's
there.
like trying to catch a fly with chopsticks.
Yeah, there we
You
go.
got it in the hole there.
Oops. Yeah.
What's it look like? Oh, look at this chunk right here.
Yeah.
Grab that one.
Yeah, I just wanted to look at it with a this damn pen. I gotta fix that thing. There we go.
Trying to figure out if it's plaster or crushed.
Found a hole right here.
It's right here in this rivet.
Oh, there
Oh,
it
there
is.
it goes.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Right over there. Put it in there. There we go. Oh, we'll see it all at the end.
Yeah.
It's just like a kid with a toy.
Oh, look, there's a piece of lead or something. That looks like lead. Doesn't it?
Yeah, it could be, yeah. Could be part of a bullet.
See that line of black sand at the top there. And there's another piece coming by. Floating at the top.
Wow.
I think I'm gonna get at least half a gram out of this.
There's a nice one.
Oh, yeah.
Just went in the hole there. There's another two more.
Pieces of gold. There's another one coming out right there. Oh, look at that one.
Oh, yeah.
That's a chunk. Yeah.
Look at this.
That's plaster right there.
Yeah.
What do you think? Is that plaster or crushed?
Man, it looks like it might have tumbled a little bit. But there's just more coming out all the time. There's a nice one. There's a nice one.
It's instant gratification. As soon as that gold, you see it march across the top.
Right.
Look at that piece of gold just floating on the heavies. Right across the table. Across the black sand. Into that notch. Here's a couple more pieces. Going up the notch. Towards the end of the table. Okay, the whole bucket is officially run through the table. We've got gold in every single one of those little rivet heads. And look at the gold collected at the top here. That is some good gold. There's some fine stuff underneath there. All three of these slots
are running down into separate buckets, and those are what we're gonna process next. All right, we're cleaning out the table now. Go ahead. Yeah, those are some nice chunks. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at all that gold. My 8 hours of effort was worth it.
Did it, squirted it again.
Oh my goodness.
What's this?
Look at all that.
Look, it just come out of this one.
Oh, that's a nice chunk right there. Oh, he fell in the other one.
Okay.
If only I was that good at gold. There they go, floating across.
Pretty, ain't it?
Yeah. Floating across. Down into the gold slot.
Here.
Oh, that's a nice bit of gold right there going. See him go down the chute into the box.
One more here.
We're getting a nice collection down there. Look at all that gold sitting right down the bottom. All right, here's the bottom of the chunky bucket. Lots of gold and black sand in there. Super quick look. Oh yeah, look at that, Daryl.
Mm-hmm.
There's some gold in there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, so that's the chunky bucket. It's got the next bucket going.
Mm-hmm. Here with mercury on it, but it's not a bad thing.
All right, here's what we got out of the next bucket. Round ball of mercury. I processed the last bucket of the really fine stuff that came off the shaker table, and there wasn't anything in there but one fine little piece of really angular gold that I put in the snuffer bottle. Okay, Daryl just showed me a picture of some gold that he processed from the mine that he has nearby, and that is not sand. That is all gold in his pan that he processed. So how much did you say that weighed?
Oh hell, that was probably 3 ounces, I would say.
3 ounces there.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I have the gold that I panned out, over half the bucket, and the gold that we ran today on the blue table, the shaker table. So I'm gonna put these both in my pan and see what I've got here. All right, the stuff on the left is the stuff I panned out, and the stuff on the right is the stuff we got from the shaker table. Stuff on the left probably close to about half the bucket, and the other half is on the right. And there's a good amount of gold. I'm guessing there's probably close to 1/2 gram in here. So we might have enough to pay for the load. Now I do have a piece of mercury down in this pan right there that's trying to steal all my gold. So before I leave, I don't want to have this rooting around in my snuffer bottle. So at this point I have everything processed and in the snuffer bottles. I'm gonna take everything home and go through the painstaking process of separating every little piece of gold out from the black sand, and then I'm gonna weigh it out.
I was able to get most of the mercury out of the gold, but you can see that the gold that's left is still pretty heavily contaminated with mercury. So I'm going to have to treat this gold to get rid of the mercury. Back in the mining days, they used to use tons of mercury in their sluice boxes to collect all the gold together. And this would have been the case for a huge dredge.
Thankfully, I think I found a solution to this gold-stealing mercury problem. Tin can, bricks, a weed burner. No, not that kind of weed. And a little stirring bar. Hey, I got a joke for you. A tin can, a weed burner, and a brick went to a bar.
That's it. I didn't think that one through. Yeah, it wasn't that funny. There's that gold thieving mercury. I think this is more gold than mercury. Into the melting pot you go. And we'll get this positioned right over the hot spot. There we go. We're ready to fire it up. Now I'm going to walk very far away and stay away for quite some time. And then come back. Oh yeah! Looks like all that's left is a nice chunk of gold sitting right there. That is a thing of beauty. I do believe it worked. I'm just going to poke it with this rod here. Make sure that there's no mercury inside of that clump. Yeah, that's a solid clump. So, that's great. That worked very well. So well, in fact, that I'm going to clean off the rest of the gold using the same method. There's that gold. Look at that chunk of gold. There was actually a lot of gold in that piece of mercury. Now I'm going to go ahead and pour the rest of this contaminated gold in there and burn it off as well. I believe we are good to go. This gold in the pan here. Uh-oh, it appears to be stuck in the bottom. All right, I got it mostly loosened up now. Finished. There's all my mercury-free gold. It is finally time for the traditional tailgate weigh-in. I've been waiting for the results of this project for weeks. I can't wait to see how much gold is here. In the time I started this experiment, gold went from $2,300 an ounce up to $2,400 an ounce. That's $77 per gram. The sand that I bought cost $36. Pardon the fingernail. Any true prospector would agree that if you've never had a smashed fingernail, you're not a true prospector. Anyway, I paid $36 for 2 yards of sand. Half a gram is just over $38. So I need a little less than half a gram to pay for the entire load of sand. I don't know how much gold is here, but it looks like at least half a gram to me. So let's weigh this out and see what we got. All right, it's a bit windy out here, so hopefully my gold paper won't blow away while I'm trying to do this one-handed. There we go. A few little pieces in there left. All right, there we have it. There is all the gold from 2 yards of sand. There's some pretty decent sized stuff there. That conglomeration clump right there is what the mercury was trapped in, and it looks like it kind of conglomerated all together, made a little larger size nugget. Here we go. I'm really excited to see what we got here. Ah! I lost my nugget. Okay. Okay, that one piece is almost 0.3 grams. So we're already getting close to half a gram. And those darker pieces of gold right there had the mercury on them. They actually change color a little bit unless you polish them back up. Okay, here we go. 0.37. Come on, half a gram. Oh yeah, we broke half a gram. Come on, 1 gram, let's go. Let's go, 1 gram. There's 1 gram. We're still going. 1.3. 1.33333. There's a few. I guess I will put that on there. There's actually some specks of gold in there. I'll put the rest of that on there. There we go. Yes! 1.333 grams of gold in 2 yards of sand. All right, let's calculate that out and see how much it's worth. Okay, let's figure this real quick. 1.333 times 77 equals $102.64.
So in $36 worth of sand, I found $102 worth of gold. I am happy with that. I cannot believe I found over $100 worth of gold in that sand. The price of gold right now is insane. Would I do it again? 8 hours of hard manual labor for $100? Probably not. I can find a lot more gold than that on my Goldie Rocks claim and have a lot more fun doing it. But this was a fun experiment and I had a lot of fun making this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. It took a lot of work. Please subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.
The end again. It's the end again.